On a quiet beach, where the golden sand sparkled under the morning sun, dozens of little turtle eggs lay hidden beneath the warm earth. From inside one of those eggs, a very tiny turtle slowly wiggled and cracked open his shell. He blinked his eyes at the brightness of the world and stretched his small flippers. Unlike his brothers and sisters, who rushed quickly toward the water, this little turtle paused. His name would soon be remembered by the sea itself, though no one knew it yet. "Look at that tiny one," whispered the waves as they rolled softly on the shore. The little turtle looked at the wide ocean and whispered back, "One day, I will cross you. No matter how big you are, I will not be afraid." And so began the dream of the brave little turtle. The other hatchlings hurried, splashing into the water, but the little turtle was slower. Each grain of sand beneath his feet felt heavy. The cries of gulls circled above, and shadows of crabs moved around him. Danger was everywhere. But he did not stop. Step after step, he made his way to the sea. The first wave touched his shell, cold and surprising. Then the second wave pulled him gently forward. Soon he was swimming, his flippers moving awkwardly at first, then stronger with every stroke. Inside his heart, a fire of courage was lit. The sea was much larger than he had imagined. Waves rose like mountains, and shadows of giant fish swam beneath him. Sometimes he felt so small that he wondered if the sea would swallow him. But then he remembered his dream. "No," he whispered. "I was born to cross this sea." He met a friendly school of silver fish who sparkled like stars in the water. "Where are you going, little turtle?" they asked. "To the other side of the ocean," he replied. They laughed kindly. "That is far, far away. But if you are brave, you might make it." Their encouragement gave him strength, and he swam onward. One night, when the moon hid behind the clouds, the sea grew wild. Thunder roared, and lightning lit up the waves. The little turtle struggled as the water tossed him up and down. A huge wave crashed, pulling him deep under. He thought he would never breathe again. But then he remembered the stars he had seen above the water. "If I can just reach the light," he told himself, "I will survive." With every ounce of strength, he pushed upward. Finally, he broke the surface, gasping. Rain poured, but he was alive. He had faced the storm, and it had not beaten him. As the sea calmed, the turtle met new friends. A wise old dolphin swam beside him and taught him how to ride the waves. A playful seagull circled above, showing him which direction was safe. Even a glowing jellyfish drifted by, lighting the dark waters at night. They all believed in him. "You are small," the dolphin said, "but your courage is bigger than the sea itself." The turtle smiled. He was no longer just a tiny creature. He was becoming something greater. Not all journeys are safe. One day, he drifted into waters that were quiet and dark. Strange shapes moved in the shadows. Suddenly, a giant shark appeared, its teeth sharp as knives. The little turtle froze in fear, but then he remembered the dolphin's words. "Courage is bigger than the sea." With quick thinking, he swam into a cave too small for the shark to follow. The shark circled and then swam away. The turtle trembled, but he had survived. Once again, his bravery had carried him forward. Days turned into weeks. The little turtle swam under sunsets that painted the sky orange, and under nights filled with glowing stars. Sometimes he grew tired. Sometimes he wondered if the journey was too long. But whenever he felt weak, he looked at the horizon. "Somewhere beyond those waves," he told himself, "is the shore I dream of. I must keep swimming." And so he did. One bright morning, after what felt like forever, the turtle saw something in the distance. At first it was only a shadow, but then it grew clearer. It was land, a new beach shining under the sun. With his last strength, he swam harder and harder until finally, He crawled up onto the sand. He lay there, exhausted but happy. He had crossed the sea. The waves whispered proudly, "The little turtle is brave." The wind carried the story to the stars. And from that day on, the little turtle's courage became a legend. Moral of the story: no matter how small you are, no matter how big the challenges may seem, courage and determination can carry you across the greatest oceans.